At SEAPC, we have a burden to help children living with autism and families living with autism. Years ago, we were able to help launch a program here in the United States to serve kids with autism. We did it in partnership with a greater, larger work that we were invited to engage with in the People's Republic of China, working with the government side by side, creating standards for training so that people in China could receive a similar level of training that we were receiving here in the United States, and therefore providing high-level care for families living with autism. We're now in the 10th year of that work. It's been a tremendous success, and we've come to the point where, okay, we found something really great. Where are places on this earth where the need is so great and the education is so limited? That's led us to the nation of Ethiopia. For 2 years now, we've been praying into relationships and inroads to serve children living with autism in Ethiopia. Recently, I had the chance to connect through Addis, through the capital, on my way to South Sudan, and had one evening in the capital and a chance to meet one of 2 centers for autism in all of Ethiopia, the Nehemiah Autism Center. I finally sat with the director of this center, Rahal. She told me about her young one who had autism, how their family was outcast, how they had no hope, and how God met them in the moment. And through that, she knew she had a big purpose. She would be used of God to change the nation. She would be used of God to create hope and a purpose for autism there in this land. This woman sacrificed everything she had so that those kids could be helped and made whole. She told me about scenarios where children were chained to walls because they didn't have an answer. They didn't know why their kid was acting this way. One child was brought to her center with a broken arm. She had been chained to a wall. Hopeless. But now there's a hope rising in Ethiopia through the Nehemiah Autism Center, which we want to serve. Today there are 1,400 families on a waiting list to enter into one of only 2 centers for autism in all of Ethiopia. There are 60 kids being served. It doesn't take much. If we would come together as a global Christian community of friends and stand with our friends who love Jesus and make a way to provide through this center, I believe we can see a nation changed. Please join me to pray for the Nehemiah Autism Center and for our friends in Ethiopia. Number 2, they're asking us to go. If you're trained in dealing with children with special needs, if you're a teacher, an educator, if you're a prayer warrior, we want to invite you to come to Ethiopia with us. Come and walk and pray. Come and serve these kids. Come and serve at this center. They're asking us to give. With the limited resources they have, they've developed this beautiful center using simple things that they have around their homes to create educational tools. A backpack, a suitcase filled with crayons and paper would be the greatest blessing to these humble people. We can give more than that around the world. We can establish a proper center with every resource it needs. These kids are deserving of that, and we can make a way for them. I'm inviting you to give. Give through SEAPC today to help change a life of a little one living with autism and a family that's suffering in Ethiopia.